Hey guys, Tommy D here. Got a couple of books in earlier today that I've been interested in reading. It's very difficult gleaning information from just little articles, so I decided to get some larger areas. I know the cover's a little freaky, but it's The Lost Book of Summoning, and it's an explanation of Goetian magic, ritual spells. The Goetia was a book written around the medieval times, and it was accredited to King Solomon, the Big Book of King, though it's highly unlikely that he had anything to do with the book. But it tells of 72 demons that King Solomon supposedly learned how to call up and manipulate to his will using spells and powers, and it showed how he imprisoned them to do his bidding. This is the demon called Baal. Each demon has its own seal, revealed to Solomon by the demon, and when worn by the summoner, helps give power over the demons. So there's 72 seals for the lesser demons. Tells all about the 72 demons. And then it goes on to explain ritualistic workings, how to set up the altar, the tetragrammaton. I actually have one of these on the way in an amulet form. Tells how to create the Ring of Solomon, the vessel of brass that he used to imprison them, and many other things. Sorry, I've got a catch in the throat. But it goes through a lot of ritualistic magic, many hundreds of symbols. But there's been hundreds of translations of the Goetia, otherwise known as the Lesser Key of Solomon. So this is beginning my study into it, and of course I don't just rely on one book or person for any amount of information. You have to do your own study, and that's what I've begun in this new book, Latin Invocations. These are actually my thoughts on monotheistic and polytheistic slants to paganism, another one of the demons. Just more studies in the sorry about that. Just more studies in the invocations. Usually when I write, there's no real form or function to my writing. I just have an idea and I quickly write it down. I need to go through, and I'm thinking about going through all my writings, all my books, and creating a grimoire of my own. Grimoire is basically, it means a book of knowledge. So I'm thinking about doing that, and if I do that, it'll be a several month process. Now this is also a book I have. It's called The Grimoire for the Green Witch, and it's a newer book. It's New Age magic. This is based primarily on the traditions of Wicca, and it is a complete book of shadows. A book of shadows means a book of secrets and learning from the Wiccan tradition. So basically this woman, Anne Mora, is a Wiccan, and she's gone through and she's labeled this book with green and good magic. Many Wiccans will not tamper with black magic. They do not use demon summonings or anything like that. And I'd just like to say, in concern with Goetian summoning, many pagans hold the belief that there are no singular demons. or devils or hell or heaven. Such, you see, when Christians or the Jews or Judeo-Christians afterward would conquer an area, or they would spread their beliefs, they would manipulate the gods and the myths of the native peoples. So the god Baal became the demon Baal. And many other gods and deities of lesser names and knowns were turned into demons and monsters and fallen angels. Many things such as that. So we believe that they are not so much gods as that they are simply spirits, and that they do not, and they each spirit lives in a place unto itself, not a place of perfect divinity or suffering, but just a completely separate place unto that spirit alone. Anyway, I've started going into a theological and occult lecture again. I'm sorry, I have a tendency to ramble. In my grimoire, I'm going to do an in-depth review of the tarot. And I'm hoping to buy a new rune set. I have my own set of handmade rune stones of the Elder Futhark. They were what was used by many Nordic, Scandinavians, Vikings, if you will, for divination. They were said to be created by the god Odin during the time in which he hung upside down from the tree of life on his shamanistic journey. Hence, he is the god of wisdom. So, I'm hoping to get a new set, and if I do, I'll show you that to you guys, show you how I use those for readings. But anyway, I just had a couple of books I thought I'd show you, and I plan to do some writing in the future, some illustrations, and take care, and good night, folks.